Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel guys. So in this tutorial actually marks the beginning of a new series in Django. So in this series we're going to be building an inventory management system using Django and Plotly, and I'll be able to visualize the graph and other stuff like that. So this inventory system can be for a small grocery store or just a small business just like that. So let me just log out and show you what the whole functionality of the application. So I'm just going to go click on logout, and it's going to log me out, and I'm going to click on, it tells me you have been logged out, and I'm going to click on login again. So I'm going to provide in my name, and I'm going to provide in my password, which is just admin 12345, and I'm going to log in into the system. So now that I'm logged in, I see this initially. So this shows the different stocks that are in that we have in the store or the little business that you're running. So you can see the different, we have shoes, jackets, sneakers, and t-shirts. So all of these are clickable. So you can even add new products, or you can, if you add a new product, it needs to appear. So let's go ahead and actually click on add inventory. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to call this I'm going to just call it a shirt. I'm going to add a shirt, and then the cost per item, let's say the each shirt costs 300, and then quantity in stock, maybe you have 100 in stock, and you have managed to sell 50 so far. So we have managed to sell 50. So we are just going to click on submit, and it's going to add that product to the inventory, and you can see it appears right here. So this is just an alert, and it will disappear after some seconds. So we can see we have a fifth product here, and it's the shirt that you have just added, and it also calculates for us the sales that you have got from this shirt, because each shirt is a quantity sold. You have sold 50, and each is a 300. So it's going to multiply this by this, and it's going to now generate for us the sales. So you can see even that the stock date has been on 31st, and then the last sales date has been on this specific date. So it adds for us all of that into our inventory management system. So if you can even visualize this data, so if I click on dashboard, so if I click on dashboard and I go to dashboard, I can see the graph showing the different so you can see the sales trend from yesterday until today. So I've only added data between yesterday and today. So you can, even if I go back to the inventory, if I click on this, you can see I have only 31st and 30th. That's why I'm only getting this straight line. So but if you ask many days, then it will show the trend and this wiggly kind of line over the time. So I have only added only two days of data. That's why I have this kind of straight line. So this it can show you the different sales as time progresses, as the date progresses, and stuff like that. So you can see even the best performing product. So you can see the best performing product is t-shirt, and we have sold over about 300 t-shirts, and then we have shoes, we have sold 201, and then we have t-shirt which we have sold 50, jackets, and then sneakers which we have sold the list of 20. So you can see all that graph is being visualized by using we're going to use a Plotly to visualize this data. So you can see all of this is stored in a database, and you're retrieving the data. So if you see most product in stock, we have shoes is the most in stock, and then we have all of these other data. So you can see all of this is interactive. We can actually download these graphs and stuff like that. So you can see product performance by sales. So you can see the best performing product by sales is t-shirts, and we can see we have sold that amount of t-shirts. So you can even click on this, and then you can be able to hide some certain fields. So you can see we have sold this amount of t-shirt. We can decide to hide the sneakers, and it's going to be hidden and stuff like that. So these graphs are actually interactive. You can zoom in. So if I come back here, I can just select this, and I can zoom in on that specific plot. I can restore it and stuff like that. I can also download this graph. So if I click on this part over here, is going to download the graph. So if I click on this, it's going to download that image for us. So you can download the image, and then you can use the image for something. So maybe I just go ahead and actually open this image. It's going to open it up, and you can see the actual image of this graph. Instead of maybe you want to send it to someone, or you want to use it in an email or something like that, you can download the images, and you can share it with your clients and other people who work with your business. So that's what you're going to do. So the user can also be able to if he has a product, if I go back here, you can click on a product, and it's going to take you to this page where you can see detailed information about the product. So it's the shoes, and then the quantity in stock is 101, and then quantity sold, we have sold 201, and then the cost per shoe is 200, and then the sales or revenue that you have made is 40,200, and then the stock date was on 30th of October 2021, and then the last sales date was on today, which was 31st of October 2021. You can also update update this. Maybe I want to change, maybe I'll sold another one, so I'm going to put here 2, and I can click on update. If I update it, you can see we have this right here. It has been updated and it has reflected right here. So you can also go ahead and actually, if you want to delete a product, you can just click on delete and it's going to be deleted. Now you cannot see shoes here. If I go back to my graphs, then my graph should also reflect that change in the data. So you can see the graphs have reflected that change in data. So that's basically what you're going to be building, and you're going to be using Django framework for this. So let's for this tutorial, let's go ahead and actually set a virtual environment and install all the libraries that you're going to need, and then we just build a simple Django project, and then the next tutorial will be actually begin to code. So I'm just going to open up my terminal. This is where the project is running from, so I'm going to terminate that for now, and then I clear my terminal. So I'm going to go in here, and in here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a folder. I'm going to call mkdev, and I'm going to call it Django, and I'm going to call it inventory management system. So IMS, I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to change directory into Django inventory management system, and I'm in here. The folder is completely empty. So let me just deactivate my Conda environment. So if you don't have Conda installed, then don't worry. If you want to know that you have Conda installed, then you have this in front of your terminal. So don't worry if you don't have Conda installed, just skip this step for now. Just avoid this command of Conda deactivate. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to create a virtual environment. Now, for create a virtual environment, it depends on the operating system that you are on. So you can go to the Python official documentation, and then you can read on how to create a virtual environment. So if you're on Linux and MacBook, this is how you create a virtual environment. If you're on Windows, this is how you create a virtual environment. You can go to the official Python documentation and read more about this. So I'm going to go ahead and actually create a virtual environment. So I'm going to go Python 3 and then -m and then venv. I'm going to call my virtual environment venv. So I'm going to press enter, and this is going to go ahead and actually create for me a Python virtual environment. So now that the Python virtual environment is created, you can just run ls command, and you can see that folder venv, which is the name of the virtual environment. So we can go ahead and activate it. Just say source venv/bin /bin/activate, and this is going to activate the virtual environment. So let me just get the spelling right, and you can see our virtual environment is activated, and you can see the name of the virtual environment within parentheses in front of the line within our terminal. So that shows our virtual environment is activated. So let's go ahead and actually install Django. So I'm going to go into the Django official documentation, and this is the command for installing Django. So you just copy this, just say Python 3 and then venv, and then I'm going to paste this right here. I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to change this to be Python 3. If you're using, if you have you just say Python 3. If you're on Windows, it is Python. So Python 3 -m pip install Django. So this is going to install the Django framework for us. So once this is done, we need to create a Django app, and this is if you go to the official documentation for Django, this is the command to creating a simple Django application. So the first thing you need to do is just say Django-admin and then start project and the name of that project. Okay, so that's the command you're going to run next. So let's sorry, let me just bring back this. So let me bring back this and then this. So you can see now it's installing Django, and Django has been successfully installed. So I'm going to clear my terminal, and then I'm going to run that command Python 3 sorry, it's going to be Django-admin and then start project. So just say project, and then the name of the project, I'm going to call it inventory and call it inventory system, just like that, and I'm going to press enter. It is going to go ahead and actually create a Django project called inventory system. So if I do an ls, you can see that project there. So I'm going to change directory into inventory system, and I can just see that project right there. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and actually do run the simple server to run the Django application to make sure that everything is set up. So I'm going to go Python 3 manage.py and then run server. This is going to run our development server, and if you go to localhost at port 3000, just ignore this error for now. If you go to localhost at port 3000, so I'm going to go here, I'm going to go to localhost at port 8000, and then if you just press enter, it will return to you the simple Django installation success. Congratulations. So that's how you simply install a Django in the Django framework and set up your Django application. So now that you have this set up, in the next tutorial we're going to go ahead and actually continue building our project. So guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial so far, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one. Keep safe.